Oof. Alright. It is about time I finally announced this. Because I've been working on this for a very long time, and at long last, I've finally come to the decision to announce it because I'm finally putting it forward. Alright. So, the thing I'm announcing, the big news, is that I have started making a Dogman AU in the form of a comic, which is awesome actually. In fact, when I start making this comic, I will be uploading it as well, and maybe, I will do some comic dubs, and if I do, they will probably end up on this channel. But wait. Let's explain a bit. I have been in the Dogman fandom since almost the very beginning. I mean, like, the very first Dogman book came out in August 30th of 2016. I've been in the Dogman fandom since January of 2017, and, I mean, it's been about 8 years now, because, I mean, 2 months ago, holy cow, we're in March. Yeah, because I've been in the fandom long enough, I feel like it's about time to finally bring forward an AU story. And not just that, but I've been like conceptualizing what a Dogman AU would even look like. I came up with this fantasy setting, which, I mean, doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I have written this thing, like, I've been writing this, mapping this out for so long that I've not only found a way to make it work in the logic of Dogman, but I've found ways to make it really stand out, really enjoyable, because I don't want to leave people falling asleep while reading my comic, or at least falling asleep in a bad way. If you fall asleep in a good way, that's good for you. I mean, like, in a bad way, because they're bored. There are a few things I do want to bring up about my AU, though. One of them is one of the main story plots, which some people might like, some people won't like. I'm gonna mention it anyways before you guys read it, and I have made a notes page of it already. This AU will have some shipping elements of Dogman and Petey. Yes, they're being shipped in this AU. Don't worry about it too much. Like I said, this is an AU, and as I mentioned in the notes page for this thing, which you will see on the comic, that this is not a reflection of canon. I know that it's not canon, I'm fully aware. I don't care that it's not canon because, one, it's an AU, but also, two, like, it's just, I know it's not canon, let me be fun, this is my AU, I spent a long time writing it, that kind of thing. That being said, like I've already mentioned, if you don't like the ship, then this is not the AU for you, because this is very ship heavy, I think is the right word. The next thing I really wanted to mention is where you guys are going to be able to read it. Originally, I contemplated uploading it to Patreon, but I realized, I don't exactly want that. So, after long deciding, I've really put into perspective that I will be putting it on my Tapas profile. Now, I know that this means it probably won't get monetized, and I'm perfectly okay with that, simply because I'm not looking for, like, monetization on Tapas or whatever. I don't really use my Tapas profile, so I feel like using it to post these comics and these AUs would revive it in a way, you know what I mean? And so, perhaps this AU going onto my Tapas profile is beneficial, but we will see. Anyways, I will even link below in this video the series, because I've already technically started the series, quotation marks. Like, you can look at where the series is going to be posted, but I will be posting chapter 1 at some point. This leads me into my next thing. I am making this entire comic completely by hand. Now, I've, like, with a little bit of speculation, I suspect this will be something like 15-ish chapters. We will see where it goes. The first chapter I'm really close to done with, so if you guys are willing to hang tight just a little bit, Then you will see chapter 1 very soon. I'm literally maybe 3 pages of completion away from finishing chapter 1. I'm super close. Given that my other fandoms have yet again disappointed me for the millionth time, and Dogman fandom is really my only place to go, I will be spending the majority of my free time working on the comic itself, as I already have. It's turning out to go really well. I'm really happy with where it's going so far, even though we're still early in the process, and I believe that we will only get better as we move forward. The first 2 chapters are going to talk about what led up to this AU being the way it is. And then I think by chapter 3 or 4, we'll really get the ball rolling for how this AU is going to play out for the rest of it. And we'll get to like all the story climaxes later. We'll see where those go on their own. Point is, first 1 to 2 chapters, they're going to be explanatory chapters to tell you just where everything's going, where the story is leading to. So it will look a little weird at first, but don't worry about it. I mentioned it very briefly earlier, but one of the main questions I have is whether or not I'm going to like comic dub and put this on YouTube. I'm not quite sure. I do not have people willing to voice act the characters that I know of currently. I mean, I might have one, but that requires money that I do not have. And I do not know how I'm even going to make the money. So maybe I'll dub the characters by myself, or I'll read the comics out on YouTube. Then again, I don't know. I'm also debating whether or not that will go on my main channel, which is Wasabi Cheese, or this channel, which is the Funhouse of Fan Content. Probably this one, only because that is quite literally what this channel is for, in a way. But like I said, we'll see. Nothing's definite. I'm still in the sketching part of the where this is gonna go. The only definite I know where it's gonna go is that it's gonna entirely be uploaded to Tapas, because I've already set up the series to be added to. But other than that, I don't actually know. Something I've also thought about is announcements for this thing. Do I want to announce new chapters on YouTube, or do I want to announce new chapters on Tapas? Whatever is going to happen, probably Tapas obviously, but Tapas also doesn't let me share sometimes. So I might just announce / advertise new chapters without spoiling them on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. That's definitely going on the fan content channel. And the last part is that I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, everything that I've mentioned in this video, you can go back and rewatch just in case. For now, the rest of this video is going to just be the finishing product of me sketching out the beginning of this comic, which is the cover. I think that's all I really have to say. So the rest of the video will be just the rest of the speed paint. Though I will say, be on the lookout for updates. I will try to update as frequently as possible. Do keep in mind, I do have other in real life obligations to attend to. So I probably won't be updating constantly, but I will try to update as frequently as possible. I do hope you enjoy, and just to keep an eye out for updates. Thank you very much for listening, and enjoy the rest of this video.